This video covers everything you need to know to get started with building data products in OneData. The building phase of a new data product starts by opening the data product request and clicking the Go to OneData Project button. While the request was set up for development, OneData has created a new dedicated project and set up everything needed for the development phase. A OneData project brings together all the resources needed for the creation of the new requested data product. In the Data Tables section, there are all the data tables that were attached to the request beforehand as input resources. In the Workflow section, there will be a transformation workflow that can be used for creating the data product. Opening it, we can see that there is already one job executed. This job has created and saved a seed of the new data product. This means it contains the columns specified during the previous design phase, but has no rows, so no data is presented here. The user assigned as the developer for this request can now use all the required processors to build the needed data product. To add a new processor, you can double-click on the screen to open the processor selection window or right-click to open the processor search bar. The development starts by choosing the Data Table Load processor to load the input resources previously attached to the request. Double-clicking on a processor opens its settings panel and allows you to configure it. By selecting one or multiple processors, pressing the Control button, and then clicking and dragging, you can create copies of them to speed up the development process. Then, it is possible, for example, to aggregate the input data tables with a union processor and transform the data itself by renaming some columns. Or, for example, selecting or excluding some columns, changing the data type, etc. Many more other transformations are possible with the wide spectrum of processors available within the processors list. Data from two distinct tables can be easily harmonized using SQL scripts within the double input query processor. Here, developers can manually write the required code, as well as receive support from AI with the automatic generation of an initial SQL code needed to join the columns from the two input tables. This is a major time saver for the developer, who still has the possibility to fine-tune the code. Furthermore, users with little or no experience with SQL can still benefit from this powerful tool thanks to the AI chatbot. Users can write a request as a normal sentence, such as join the two tables and compute the total quantity per component per warehouse, and the necessary SQL code is generated. This automatically generated code can then be copied and used to transform the data. These AI-driven tools drastically reduce the time needed to transform and process the input data to obtain the required data products. Once the final data matches the requirements for the data product, the upper two processors of the original workflow branch can now be removed, and the obtained data can be saved as a data product using the originally existing data layer save processor. More details about how the Workflow Builder works can be found in the video Building Workflows in OneData. Once the developer's work is done, the request is moved to review by clicking on the Move to Review button. The review phase begins. Learn more about reviewing and publishing data products in the video Review and Publish Data Products in OneData. Thank you for learning with us.